I don't like being too negative about films on here when I can help it. I understand how difficult it is to do it. I've made films myself. They can quite easily turn out worse than you hoped, for a variety of reasons. I'm proud of a lot of my work, and yet I have issues with all of it. I tried my best as a teenager and as an adult, and continue to do so, but I have made some absolute rubbish over the years. I say this as I feel I come from a background of both knowing how hard it is to make a film, and as someone who worked in and loves video games, I know at least a little what it should take to produce a video game adaptation. I will say the Tomb Raider game franchise is very close to my heart, so looking at a film like Tomb Raider, I do have that added critical layer that some might not. I have discussed the Angelina Jolie films before, and consider them to be, obviously, pretty bad on the whole, but with at least some thrilling moments and what I still consider to be a pretty damn good lead performance. I was stoked for another go-around based on the reboot series, especially with Roar Uthaug, director of the fantastic The Wave and Escape at the helm. And that brings me on to Tomb Raider, a film that sadly, even though I said I try not to be too negative on here, I just really did not enjoy. Now prepare for some spoilers too. Now and again you get a Warcraft or Silent Hill where creators clearly cared a lot for the source material even if the films didn't entirely work, but most of the time video game adaptations just feel at best like light entertainment and at worst absolute trash. So Tomb Raider certainly isn't trash, it is watchable, but that's about it. It felt to me like the easiest version they could make of the source material. Vikander does her best, but just felt underserved by the film. Like so many video game adaptations, Tomb Raider is simply so by the numbers that had I not had to watch it a few times for this video, I'd have forgotten most of it by now. I could just review the film, but I want to talk more from the point of view of video game adaptations in general, and how Tomb Raider for me really represents why they almost always fail. I've discussed this before here, but really one of my main gripes is that it feels like those that are making the film haven't any reverence for the source material, and where they think they're ticking boxes for the audience that will make them like the film, they're actually turning those of us that really care for the original property against it. For example, they put in iconography like the pickaxe and a flare. That'll please fans, right? Well, no. I know I'll come off like a hipster saying this, but it just feels off when the pickaxe is barely used by Lara, and the flare is lit by her captor. I have so many memories of striking a flare to find some relic in a dark corner deep into a cave, that this doesn't feel right. Someone who knew the games well instinctively would have had it be her that uses it.
Chasm of Souls.
The first game kept her dual pistols away, before finally having an amazing moment that she uses them both to take on the antagonist. It is exhilarating as a fan playing the 2013 game to have that moment, if you have a history of the franchise. In the film, it's frankly annoying.
I'll take two.
It feels so much like a producer just baiting you to watch the next one. I mean, it's not just the guns we want to see, it's how Lara uses them. That feeling of power they gave her, that we felt when we played it. And good lord, that supernatural enemy, or lack thereof. Come on. In the game, Himiko is revealed to be a genuine spirit, one that changes Lara's worldview completely, making her aware of a greater, magical, spiritual dimension, if you will, that pushes her to go on further adventures.
There are so many mysteries that I once dismissed as mere stories, but the line between our myths and truth is fragile and blurry.
Here they go the Uncharted route, and reveal it to be some kind of substance. It's a disease. Literally, except for the fourth game, all of the Uncharted series has revealed that its supernatural enemies are somehow grounded in reality, through being revealed as a plan or a vapor that was affecting people's minds and how they saw things. Uncharted and Tomb Raider are in direct competition as franchises, so why go this route with Lara's story? Not only does it reduce the world building and character perspective that was achieved in the game, but makes the film's Lara a budget Nathan Drake.
They thought it was magic.
Oh, and at the very last moment, it's not Lara that completely gets the upper hand on Walton Goggins' sadly very dull villain. She's losing the fight, and it's her dad blowing up the tomb that allows her that chance to win. They don't even give Lara the agency she deserves. The dad even being there just feels like a rushed way to get her through the puzzles more than anything, and add another man in there to help her.
We need a key!
The prayer wheels!
It's as if they took this incredibly strong woman and did everything they could to reduce that strength just enough for her to not feel like the Lara we know.
So a gun-toting psychopath finds some ancient remains. So what?
By either purposely changing or forcing in elements from the game that perhaps narratively shouldn't be there, they end up with a half-baked film. A script written to please an audience they don't understand based on material they haven't really seemed to have experienced. Thus, video game adaptations end up feeling like rushed exercises, the worst of mainstream production-style filmmaking. It is cool to see Lara lose in a boxing match, and then later to see her win an even more outmatched fight later, because she's fighting to the death. But did we need to spend so long in the UK? Don't the bike chase and the later foot chase kind of achieve the same thing? And from the perspective of a gamer, get her to an ancient tomb. Even Cradle of Life had the foresight to realize the first go-around spent too long getting Lara near something dark and dusty, so jumped straight in. Now, we wait even longer for her to get into what we actually came to see. You can feel too how little they wanted to spend money and effort-wise on a lot of the film. The bike scene is full of great practical stunt work, and as a contained scene, it works really well, but in this property it feels out of place. When they get to the proper tomb raiding, it's then full of dodgy CG and sequences that are as cookie-cutter as possible. It's a real shame. A fight on a ladder over a chasm threatens to be dangerous and tense, but they get them back onto flat land for an easier to choreograph and shoot sequence as quickly as possible. They know we want to see Lara dodge some obstacles, but her getting there and getting back is not really given much explanation. The geography might somehow make sense, but you certainly don't feel that. The boxes are ticked, but in as quick and easy a way as possible. This video has been a weird one for me, as I don't like attacking films. But this was one that I felt so supremely let down by. Yes, I don't have to watch it, but now nobody else can have a go at that wonderful source material. I'm tentatively excited for Jordan Vogt-Roberts' Metal Gear Solid if he gets it off the ground, and I do believe Duncan Jones' Warcraft deserves something of a reappraisal. But thanks to films like Tomb Raider, the future for video game adaptations looks admittedly bleak. This film may work for non-fans of the game series, I get that. I think it's still a very average movie. I still think it has the problems a lot of blockbusters have these days. But I think on top of that, the point I'm trying to make here is that potentially more forgiving fans of the game that just want to see their property on the big screen are somehow even more underserved by it. Maybe it's just because I want to adapt the first Resident Evil as an unsettling, intense horror flick so badly that I care so much. But I also just think video games could make great films. And with every poor adaptation, these dreams are fading further away. Just a heads up, if you like this video, please like and subscribe, hit the notification bell if you actually want to know when my videos are coming out, and feel free to check out my Patreon if you really want to help support the channel.